Do Better Wednesdays with Cece. I got the crew with me. I know, right? Welcome. Hey, Faith. I'm glad you checked in because somebody's missing. He's over here in the corner. The air's in the corner. He won't come out. I thought I was going to tell his mom. I'm telling him. Hey, Eric, Leslie. Hi, Karen.
Sister Karen.
I'm ready. Whenever you are. It is Wednesday. Welcome to Do Better Wednesdays with me, Cece. I have some friends in the studio today. They kind of look like me. What's your name, young man?
I am Mr. Darren Crony.
And what's your name?
Cherish Crony.
I didn't hear you.
Cherish Crony.
And what's your name?
Dayton.
Hi, Dayton Crony. And we also have De'Air Dinkins hiding on the side of the studio. Hi, Miss Richelle. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy that you could join us today. Today is a Do Better Wednesdays teen edition. My teens are here to share some of their obstacles and some of the things that they've gone through in their long, hard, troubled lives. If you would like to call in, 317-284-1090 to weigh in on the topic of teens and some of the obstacles that they endure. And we're going to actually give some tips on how we can ensure that they are successful as parents and educators and mentors. So, Darren, how's your summer going? Mind you, this is Mr. Finesse King. He's like low-key, trying to be cool, but he's such a baby. He's a mama's boy, y'all. It's my own fault. I can't blame anybody else but myself. Darren, how's your summer?
My summer's it's going good.
You're on Facebook Live, too, so you have to...
Oh, hey everybody. My summer's going good, making money, trying to do my own thing, working, praising the Lord, trying to do what I can do.
Hey, well, amen.
Follow me on the Insta, just __.
Okay, for real. He thinks he's famous. He thinks he's famous. Cherish, how's your summer going?
It's good.
You having fun? Sleeping in?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Dayton?
Been playing video games.
Terrible.
And
Terrible. Okay. So, what are some of the things that, Darren, since you're 16 and the oldest seasoned kid here, what are some of the obstacles that you've endured as a young man so far in life?
It's a lot. But it's all started back when I was 15, so like...
So many moons ago.
No, but I just wanted to do my own thing, not thinking or learning
So do you feel like how did you so when you say not thinking or learning, like what were you doing? Like what are some of the obstacles that you ran into? Like what are some of the
Listen, I said it out loud.
Cherish?
Ma'am?
Okay, so they may get a spanking while on the radio show. I say spanking, but if you know me, you know what they're gonna get. Good old fashioned beat down. So what is something like that? Were you trying to be cool? Was it something that
Like I was just like I was already popping. I was just trying to get like more popping, like just trying to do my own thing. Like people was hyping my head up. I had the player cut with the player parts and the player swag. So people was hyping my head up. So I just thought.
just a player, huh?
Yeah, so I just thought.
He's just a player, guys.
But I knew like in my own mind, like I'm knowing like what am I doing? Like what? This doesn't make any
Nobody knew what
sense.
you was doing.
But and then like.
So I'm your parent, did I help you through that, or did I make it worse, or like, what are some things that kind of helped you out of that, or are you still kind of going through that right now?
It can go both ways.
Go ahead, let me see if it's on.
It's working.
Okay, speaking of
Alright, but it was like it can go both ways. Like I learned my lesson, of course. Like I wouldn't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys helped me by giving me the consequences that I deserved, and just me learning from my mistakes, basically.
Oh, that's what's up. Cherish. Any obstacles? You went through a few things last year as far as like your friends and learning that sometimes
Can't trust everybody.
that's a good one. That's a good one, and you'll be 15 in a week.
Yeah.
So when you say you can't trust everybody, does that mean that you lost some friends, or you just understood that maybe I let that friend word?
I mean, it's really both. Because, like, I lost my friends, but
I can't hear
then...
you.
You hear me?
Not really. So get this way.
It's a lot of work.
And you just girl,
You hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's good.
Oh my God, they smart aleck. I promise you, they smart aleck. Oh, if you don't have teens, oh my God, they're so smart aleck.
Sorry.
Go Cherish.
What was I saying? I forgot.
Like when you had the experience with your friends.
Oh, yeah, so it was really... Can you hear me?
Yes.
I mean, it was really both because, like, I lost my friends, but then at the same time, I kind of gained some. But I realized that you can't just go around calling everybody your friend because they going to betray you sooner or later.
Jeez. Not everybody.
I mean, not everybody, but most of your friends.
Yeah, that's something that's gonna take. That's a learning process. Well, I'm still learning that, and I'm old, so I mean, that's good. Darren, dating. Hold on, dating. You've gone through a few things. I know you're 12 and all, but don't stay over there quiet. Talk. What have you endured? What are some things that you struggle with?
This teacher at my school, I ain't gonna say her name, but
Dating.
she,
Are you learning to be more obedient? Is that what you're learning?
yes,
Okay. And I'm gonna help you do it because one thing I don't do is disrespect. I can't do disrespectful kids, not mine, not yours, not anybody's. That's one thing that I really try to instill in my children is to respect adults. And if there's anything that I have to step in on, I will. And that's another thing that I've had to learn is to advocate for my children, because I would be a parent that is just like, hey, I get on my kids, I make sure they're doing the right thing, but sometimes adults have to be held accountable too. So I learned that in growing even with them. I worked in the school with them for 5 years. So we worked together very closely. I drove into work, I drove out of work, and I always had my beautiful children with me. That was, I mean, it was a blessing when I was in it. It was a blessing because I knew the teachers, I knew everybody. But for us, Cherish, see,
I was just kidding.
Teenagers they talk back, and I can't take it.
I was just kidding.
I know, Cherish, but I'm talking. Okay, y'all are in the real life. This is how we would. Sorry. But one thing that I really appreciated is having a village. The school really was my village, and they really came together and they rallied around. The kids hate it because I don't get calls from the office. They literally are texting me at the very moment of an incident if a kid is not doing something. Now, disrespect has never really been an issue for any of them, but just not getting work done, stuff like that. Me stepping up and saying, hey guys, we need to get this done. And I thought I was doing a good job, but you know, there's always room to grow for a parent. We always need to do better. And I found out that I was lacking in follow through. So I made sure that I stayed on them. My husband and I, we just stayed on them and tried to press through. I have a really good friend, Miss Tia Kavanaugh Favors. She is professionally, she's a discipleship diversity mentor at Heritage Christian School, and she's a child development specialist and consultant in her personal life. So I asked her, can you please give me some tips? And she's the person that saw my youngest Dayton and all his hyperactivity one day, and she saw me get on him because others were getting on him. Like, they were like, hey, sit down there, Dayton, stop, do this, do that. So I immediately got on him as well, and she pulled me to the side and had a conversation with me and said, you have to be his cheerleader. You can't be the one. She was like, yeah, always discipline, but you have to be the one to say, hey guys, I know he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Let me do it. Let me take care of it. Now, I'm all for my village jumping in and helping me with kids. I am that parent that, you know, it takes a lot of people, and a lot of people love my kids, and I really appreciate it. But she pulled me to the side. She was like, hey, you make sure that you are his cheerleader. You advocate for him. And she was like, well, I saw what happened, and it wasn't even him. And because he's so hyper and he's really smart, he's just dating. We tend to always say, Dayton, why'd you do that? Or Dayton, why'd you do that? And I'm using you right now, not because you're always the one in trouble, but as just an example. But I noticed then that in all of my children's lives that I'm a lot of people's cheerleaders, but I haven't been the best of cheerleaders for them. I go to everything. I'm supportive, but there's always room to be more supportive, and that's what we're here for today. So she gave me a few tips that we'll address. Guys, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like I'm supportive like I should be, or you think I should step it up a notch?
More than supportive.
Am I?
Yeah,
Thanks,
Mom,
guys.
you're amazing. You're like the best mom in the world.
Oh, and it's not even Mother's Day. Are you serious?
Mother's Day is every day, Mother.
Hey. So what are some things, Darren? We got a minute before I go to commercial. How you feeling over there? You quiet?
I'm feeling good.
This dude, if y'all can see him, he is a hot mess. Hey, Cena. Hey, Helena. He is a hot mess. But basically, I just want to encourage parents and educators and mentors to advocate for those that they are working with, they are helping grow. Advocate for them more. Be their cheerleader. When we come back from break, I will definitely give you some of these tips and she's a professional in her field, and she's one of the greatest people in her field, and I just have to share some of the things that she shared with me. So if you have any input, you can give us a call, 317-284-1090. You can give us a call right now and weigh in on the topic. We are going to commercial break here in a second, and we're going to be listening to J Moss. All right. Okay. I know y'all looking at me like, oh, wait, Charity, you look different. Your hair's not short. Let go and let hope. My little sister, Hope Hawkins, got me together. I was hot and I was trying to work out, so she threw me in some pretty extensions. So I look a little different. Am I cute?
Yeah,
Guys.
it's beautiful. Don't forget about Zay Cut It too.
Oh, they cut it. Got the boys together. They looking extra cute.
Always.
We've got a call. Are we going to put them on hold until after break? Oh, we got a call. Hold on 1 second. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm super happy. Baima said, Day. You're on the air with Cece. You're on the air with Cece. Hello. How are you?
Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
It's Auntie Helena.
Hi, Helena.
Hey.
Did you guys see my question about how you guys are dealing with peer pressure? With all
Ooh.
the other kids and everybody with bad influences and stuff. How do y'all deal with that?
How do y'all deal with peer pressure?
Peer pressure, like, it's just you gotta get out of it. Like,
How do you just get out of it?
you gotta,
Ignore it.
yeah, you have to ignore it. Let it, like, say if your friends and they're peer pressure, you say to smoke, and you know that you don't smoke. You have to let them know right then and there and be serious about it that you don't smoke.
Cheers. Peer pressure?
Well, peer pressure really don't faze me. I mean, it kind of do, but I mean, I just ignore it and go on my day.
Okay. Dating?
I don't listen to him at all.
And then,
Right.
like, you
You
can
stand your ground.
most definitely, like,
Absolutely.
just
Helena said, stand your ground.
be yourself.
You can only be yourself. That's true. Helena, do you have any tips for them?
Definitely. I will start with the oldest. That's my baby bear. Now, you know to always stand your ground, right?
Most definitely.
Stand your ground. And cherish.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's what I was saying first. Stand your ground, number one. No means no in every language.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, Helena. I appreciate your call.
Thanks.
All right. We are going to a commercial break right now, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank
Bye.
you.
Fear needs to be ridiculous.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm trying to look at questions.
Oh, that's an iPhone.
Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you download your JHM Radio apps. Thanks for calling in, Helena. Hey, Danny. Hey, David. Hey, Miss Jamie. Thank you all for tuning in. Hey, Miss Kimberly, Bayina, Shantae, Carmen, Deacon Reed. Hi, Miss Valerie, Robin, Leslie, Kim. Yeah, I'm calling out all the names. Dee Dee, Nikki. All right, y'all, please download your JHM Radio app. Download your app. Call in. If you have any tips or if you have any questions for the kids, 317-52. No, I'm giving y'all my cell number. 317-284-1090. Lady J.
Here you go, dear.
Questions for the kids? Comments for the kids? Oh, wait, come back home.
Did they give us
Y'all want to say hi to everybody? Hi, family.
Put over the next to you.
Hello and welcome to Around To It on JHM Radio. Join our hosts, Dolores and Lana, on Tuesdays from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have local, national, and global appeal, and guests will address issues and concerns in those areas. On the table for discussion will be political, social,
If you have any
environmental,
questions,
health, criminal
type them
justice,
in. Ask us or give us a call.
entertainment, and ministry topics.
317-284-1090.
You can join us by downloading JHM Radio app or the TuneIn app and search JHM Radio. Log into www.jhmradio.
We are back. Do Better Wednesdays with CC. Miss Jamie asked a question. She said, ask them if taking advice from older people is helpful or do they still have to learn on their own? Darren. Oh, God. He would love to answer this.
Hey, Miss Jamie. And yes, I take advice from older people, of course, because it's helpful because you guys been through it, of course, and you guys are older than us and know. But also, we have to learn on our own. We have to make our mistakes. We have to learn from our mistakes by ourselves also.
I love it. Cherish? Darren was just saying that this morning. He was just saying, Mama, you just got to trust us. You just got to let us make mistakes, but then let us learn from them. And when it comes to the trust us part, I only trust children, young adults, to be children and young adults. That's what I trust. So even though you're growing and I know you're good kids, I know that you're going to do things that kids do, teenagers do. Mark, what do you think about that?
I was going to say that, especially for young men, but for young women as well, I understand that knowledge plus wisdom, or knowledge plus experience equals wisdom.
Absolutely.
You may have knowledge, but you don't have wisdom because you don't have experience.
Right.
So that's why in like African tribes, the reason why they have like the elders around is because while you may be young and virile and be able to, you know, lift and run and push and fight, knowing why to do
Absolutely.
it is more important than knowing how to do it.
Absolutely. That's perfect. Lady J, CEO of JHM Radio, is also in the studio today, and she has her own program, Life Support, and she works with youth and families every day. So I wanted you to weigh in a little bit on the topic of today.
Well, being that I deal very closely with youth who need a lot of direction
Mm-hmm.
and help, I also am one of those who will ask questions every now and again to learn more of what they need, what they
Yes.
feel like they're lacking from adults, those who are supposed to
Yes.
support them, teach them, you know, mentor them. And what I hear a lot of them say is they hear a lot of people talking, telling stories or telling them what to do or what they shouldn't do, but nobody ever really shows them. Nobody ever really gives them tools to do it. It's one thing to say, you need to stop doing that. But
Right.
if it's something that's been taught in a learned behavior and something that they're in every day, how do they stop doing it?
Absolutely.
So that's one thing. And also, a lot of them feel like older people or us adults don't have anything to offer because a lot of us aren't transparent.
Right.
Now I myself, you know, I get along well. I'm one of them.
Right. Absolutely.
But I've been in
Keep it
because
real.
I am like saran wrap.
Right. Right. You see right through
When
it,
it
right?
comes to
Yeah.
talking to the kids, I mean, sharing very explicit details about some of the things that I've experienced
Exactly.
as a teen that kids still experience today. It's nothing
Right.
new is under the sun.
Right.
So I think it's very important for us as adults to be more transparent
Yeah, exactly.
and showing or teaching by example and giving nowadays, because you have such a major influence telling them you should do this because this, you should do that, you should
Right.
do that. It's one thing to tell them not to do it, but you also need to explain the consequences. What could happen? What lies ahead if you go this
If-
way? If you do that?
Right.
So
Right, and I appreciate that. Another thing that I always have told people in my circle and some of our village, I need my kids to have somebody that they'll talk to. It might not always be me, you know, it won't be mom or dad, but like I have 9 brothers and sisters, and I have a lot of cousins and a lot of friends, and I'm like, look guys, I need everybody to rally around one, like figure it out, whoever's the closest, make sure that you're that one for my child. I try to be that one for my nieces and nephews and children that I encounter, the one that they can literally dump on, and I keep it real with them, but then I try to have a relationship with them to let them know, you know, certain things I can keep, but if it's something I have to talk to your parent about, your mom or dad about, I'm going to do that, and they accept it because we already have that relationship. So that's just one of the things, like you, for parents that feel like they can't connect with their children. You know, there are so many mentoring programs. Like I said, Lady J has a program. COD is a great program. 100 Black Men programs. Leading Ladies is a great program. Bloom Project. There's so many programs out here. My cousin has a program, Nice, for some of the youth. But you have to find people that they can relate to and relate with, and I am so grateful that I have that for my children. Do y'all think y'all have it?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all think y'all have somebody that y'all could honestly go to and talk to?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Miss Tia gave me, I only have a few more minutes. Y'all know I run out of time. Okay, so she gave me a few tips. Number 1, affirm daily. Let them know how great they are. You are the only you there is. God intended for you to be different and unique. Number 2, speak life. After you tell them how wonderful they are, point them to success. Tell them you believe in them. They need to know that you have that they have great potential, no matter what anyone says. Number 3, hug, hug, hug. High five, fist bump. The power of human touch. Appropriate human touch is life-giving to kids. Number 4, listen and lead. Did I say 4 already? I meant 3. whatever. Number 4, listen and lead. Back off the lecturing. Do more listening, face to face, knee to knee, eye to eye. For this particular interaction, you are the most important person in the world. Give factual, honest advice. Number 5, set expectations high. Make them reach. Don't settle. They can do it. They'll believe it if you believe it. When you know better,
You do
better. Thank you. We'll see you next week on Do Better Wednesdays with Cece. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good job. Y'all can write. Good job. You did a very good job. Yay! Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. When you know better, you do better.